Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1 minute time check, stations.
On the Hawkeyes Sports Network from Learfield, this is Hawkeye Women's Basketball. Presented by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, delivering the funds the university needs to drive academic and research excellence while optimizing campus utilities for a generation to come. Visit uiowaenergycollaborative.com. Also brought to you by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. University of Iowa Healthcare. Changing medicine, changing lives. U.S. Bank, proud to support Iowa basketball. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Iowa Lottery, be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit ialottery.com for details. Hy-Vee, score big savings at HyVeeDeals.com. And by 988 Lifeline, there is hope. 24/7. Call, text, or chat 988. This is Hawkeye Women's Basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Here's Rob Brooks.
It's a bounce-back Sunday night for the Iowa women's basketball team after they were defeated by Kansas State last Thursday as the Wildcats took charge in the fourth quarter, outscoring the Hawkeyes 23-14 for a 65-58 victory. Handed the Hawkeyes the first defeat of the year, but now the Hawks turn their attention to the 3-0 Drake Bulldogs. And if you remember, what a basketball game it was in the Knapp Center in Des Moines last year. The game went to overtime. The Hawkeyes prevailed in front of a sold-out Knapp Center, 92-86. And certainly Drake has some players back off of that team, and the Hawkeyes will look to stay perfect against the Bulldogs really since 2016, and it's never easy with the in-state games. The Hawks took care of you and I a week ago. What was really kind of an eye-opener was the Drake Bulldogs coming off a huge victory against the Iowa State Cyclones in Des Moines. Defeated Iowa State 85-73 and really controlled that contest after taking care of St. Thomas 94-69, and then a road victory at St. Louis 78-66. So Drake comes in with a lot of confidence, shoots the ball very well from deep. The Hawkeyes have struggled from from behind the arc against Kansas State, just 2 out of 21. Certainly hope that improves tonight. And you just get the feeling Iowa gets some confidence shooting long-range shots early, and that will propel the Hawkeyes to hopefully get more consistent outside shooting. We'll hear from Coach Bluter here in a little bit, and the one thing we'll tell you now is Molly Davis will be back in the starting lineup, along with Hannah Stolke, Kate Martin, Caitlin Clark, and Gabby Marshall. And I think that's going to continue for a little while as far as Iowa looking at matchups and just starting the 5 that they feel matches up best with the opponent's starting 5, knowing that they've got the depth to come off the bench with Sharon Goodman and Kylie Feuerbach, Sydney Fulcher tonight, Addison O'Grady, Taylor McCabe certainly capable. So that's the way it's going to go for tonight, but players coming off the bench can certainly play starters minutes. It's Iowa and Drake from Carver Hawkeye Arena. Tip-off set for 6 o'clock. When we return to Iowa City, we will get the pregame comments from head coach Lisa Bluter a little bit later on. Stay tuned as Tiffany will have her keys to a Hawkeye victory, looking for victory number 4 on the young season before the Hawks head to Florida for a tournament next weekend. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
To Italy and Sicily in September 2024 with Travel Leaders, Destinations Unlimited. Enjoy this melting pot of multicultural customs and cuisine and beautiful landscapes. After taking in Rome, we'll head down to the dramatic Sorrento coast and then journey from Italy's heel to its toe of Sicily. To learn more about this or any vacation, contact Travel Leaders, Destinations Unlimited at duagency.com. That's duagency.com.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
If you've got the right tools and the friendly people at U.S. Bank in your corner, making smarter money choices is a piece of cake. If only our tools and helpful advisors could have helped you avoid some of those not-so-smart choices in life. Like that time you tried to pick up unicycling.
Whoa, coming through!
Or when you thought it'd be okay to pet that squirrel in the park.
Good squirrel, good squirrel.
While we can't help you with all that, we can help you bank smartly at usbank.com/smartertogether. Member FDIC.
To anyone passing through our state, fields and fields of corn might be what they see. But the people who call Iowa home know it's so much more. Corn is ethanol, a homegrown, renewable fuel. Corn is delicious pork, beef, poultry, and dairy. Corn is in 4,000 products we rely on every day. So yeah, our highway views are full of corn, and we're proud of it. Because corn grows Iowa. Show your support for Iowa corn farmers at iowacorn.org/corngrowsiowa.
Welcome back inside Carver Hawkeye Arena. Sunday night basketball for you, Iowa and Drake. On the pregame show, Rob Brooks along with Lisa Bluter. And Lisa, you go back to that game last year, and what a terrific basketball game. Sold out Knapp Center, 92-86. The Hawks prevailed in overtime. Drake comes off a victory against Iowa State. That's just kind of what we get with these types of games, isn't it?
Yeah, they're 3-0 to begin the year, including that great in-state rivalry victory against Iowa State. So this is a team that shoots the three ball really well. In fact, they're making almost 12 threes per game. We have to get out and contain their threes and not let them have those easy opportunities.
And some familiar names, of course. Grace Berg has been around the Valley a lot of years.
I think I'm going to call her Dr. Berg by now. She should have her.
I might too.
She might have her. I mean, she should have her doctor by now.
What is impressive about her? Seems like she's the type of player that can score at all three levels.
She really can. She's a three-point shooter. She's a driver, post-up, offensive rebounder. She kind of does it all. She is really a key to them does a tremendous job. Taylor McCauley has really come on this year after kind of a quiet couple of years. I understand they were kind of injury-ridden. Last year she averaged 5 points. This year she's averaging 16 and shooting 42% from three-point range.
As far as off the bench, they typically bring some shooters off the bench that have a pretty long range.
Anna Brown is a great shooter off the bench. She transferred from Loyola. Kind of a weaker defensive player, in my opinion, but man, she's shooting 50% from three, and so that is an asset.
We'll be back with more from Coach Bluter after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
I'm Ingrid Lizarraga, breast surgeon at the University of Iowa Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center, the state's only NCI-designated cancer center. Here, we look beyond just the type of cancer you have to discover the molecular details of the disease. We have teams dedicated to each cancer type, with treatments and trials you won't find anywhere else in Iowa. Go to uihc.org/cancer.
Soon we'll go from pool back to school. The end of summer is a total bummer. But yesterday I went shopping and got all the essentials. New backpack, new kicks. Oh, and this is huge. Mom finally got rid of our basic internet and switched us to Extreme. The new Wi-Fi is amazing.
Go back to school with best and fast internet from Extreme. Get speeds from 100 meg up to 1 gig and Wi-Fi 360 Pro with advanced whole home coverage. Call 844-4FASTER or shop online at extreme.com.
Well, Coach, certainly one bright spot was Molly Davis. Her play, especially in the third and fourth quarters, the last time out. And, that's good to see a veteran player that is stepping up.
It is, and I'm really happy for Molly. She'll have the start again tonight. I think this lineup matches up better defensively with Drake. And so Molly did have a nice performance, double figures, 10 points. She has that little floater where, they were taking away the rim, so she was able to shoot that little floater before the rim.
Is this kind of going to be the way it is with the starting lineup, at least for the foreseeable future, kind of looking at matchups with the opposition?
Yeah, I think that we have the depth to do that right now. I feel like we have the depth to say, okay, what is the best starting matchup for us this evening? Now, they're all going to play, obviously, but we feel like Hannah at the 5 tonight is a really good matchup for Anna Miller.
And that's one thing, too, about players coming in off the bench. They have got to be ready and act like, hey, you might play starter minutes.
Absolutely. You got Sharon Goodman, who really gives us a different look at the center position. When Hannah leaves the floor and Sharon comes on, it's a totally different style of center. And so I think people have to adapt to that. But yeah, we have a lot of people coming off the bench right now. We have Sid Alford coming off, Kylie Fierbach, Taylor McCabe. We didn't get her in. We need to because she is a very good shooter. But we have a lot of people coming in and playing some really solid minutes for us, and we need to, keep using them.
Outside of making sure they don't get hot from three-point range, what else needs to happen for the Hawks tonight?
Their transition offense is very good. They get open threes or they get the high-low in the post area, and that post-high-low is very good. So we've got to be able to contain their fast break. But I just think that we can push on them. I think we can crash on them. And for sure, we need to try to get the ball inside against their bigs.
Good luck to the Hawks tonight.
Thanks, Rob.
Head coach Lisa Bluter on the pregame show. Back with more after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
When passing through our state, fields and fields of corn might be what they see. But the people who call Iowa home know it's so much more. Corn is ethanol, a homegrown, renewable fuel. Corn is delicious pork, beef, poultry, and dairy. Corn is in 4,000 products we rely on every day. So yeah, our highway views are full of corn, and we're proud of it. Because corn grows Iowa. Show your support for Iowa corn farmers at iowacorn.org/fan of corn.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, Hawkeyes, while you're hard at work in class or on the court, there's a team behind the scenes making sure that the power keeps going, the water keeps flowing, and the temps inside are just right. Introducing the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative. The collaborative is a public-private partnership between UI, NG, and Meridium. It delivers the funds UI needs to drive our academic and research excellence while optimizing campus utilities for a generation to come. Check it out at uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Every Hawkeye game is fun, but some seasons are just special, like sold out before it even starts special. But you can still be there to see it. Play the Hawkeye Gold Scratch ticket, and you can win a VIP game day experience to see Iowa women's basketball. The Countdown to Carver promotion from the Iowa Lottery is your chance to witness greatness and some really, really deep threes. To enter your ticket and see details, visit ialottery.com/VIP.
Welcome back courtside, Carver Hawkeye Arena. The Drake starters have been introduced. The Hawkeye starters up next. Molly's Cupcakes is proudly serving their cookies and treats inside Kinnick Stadium and also Carver Hawkeye Arena. For a taste of unique flavors you'll love, stop by their downtown Iowa City location for homemade cupcakes, cookies, cakes, bars, and coffee drinks. Molly's Cupcakes is a proud supporter of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels, the Homewood Suites and the Home 2 Suites by Hilton. Each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. Iowa at 3-1, Drake at 3-0. Coming up, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye Women's Basketball. Time for Tiffany Reedy's keys to a Hawkeye victory.
Well, Rob, you opened the broadcast tonight calling this Bounce Back Sunday, and that is the number one key here. We don't want to rehash Thursday night's loss, but we do need to learn from it. Without going into talking about any shooting performances or X's and O's, the Hawks simply need to focus on doing what good teams do to come together. That's celebrating each other when things are going well and lifting each other up when they're not. When frustrations run high, which they will, we're playing an in-state rival. It's going to be a great game. Each player needs to think about how they can help their teammates out, move forward, focus on the next play. Coach Bluter mentioned this. I will as well. We also need to defend the three. The Bulldogs across the board shooting very well behind the arc. 6 players shooting over 40%, including all 5 starters. That many players shooting well requires the Hawks to guard that three. And the last is feed the post. Drake Santa Miller, strong player, had 5 blocks against us last year. But after that, their height is kind of waning, and we need to get the ball inside, attack Miller, get our inside game going again. As we have been struggling shooting, getting those high percentage shots down low just kind of gets everybody going and gets that sort of team back on track.
Drake will start. 5'11 senior Taylor McCauley, who has been red hot this year. Katie Dinnebeer, a 5'8 junior out of West Des Moines, Hawkeyes High School. Anna Miller, Rochester, Minnesota, a 6'3 junior. Courtney Becker, a 6-foot senior from Fountain City, Wisconsin. And Grace Berg, the 6-foot graduate out of Indianola. The Hawks counter with Kate Martin, Anna Stolke, Gabby Marshall, Molly Davis, and Caitlin Clark. Tonight's officials: Gina Cross, Maggie Timon, and Missy Brooks. Stolke and Anna Miller will jump center. Lisa Bluter with 497 victories at the University of Iowa. Allison Pullman in her third year as head coach, associate coach at Drake before that at 45 and 24. Outstanding player, then Allison Starr at UNI. Ball is in the air, and the tip won by Hannah Stolke. Hawks go quickly to Clark, layup, Davis, 2-0 Hawkeyes.
Good way to start the game there with an easy layup by Molly Davis.
Drake's first possession along the baseline. Little floater by McCauley is up and no good. Gets her own rebound, up strong, no. Third attempt is good. Molly Davis with that layup. That's now 1,600 career points in her college career, going back to Central Michigan as well. We're tied at 2. Davis free throw line extended right. Gets it back from Martin. Cross-court pass Stolke. Now Gabby Marshall out behind the arc. Finds Clark at the free throw line. Drives in. Floater a little bit strong. Rebound Anna Miller. Drake crosses the timeline. Dinnebeer on the right wing. Swings the ball to McCauley. Inside, Miller tried to flash to the block, and a hold will be called on Hannah Stolke, her first, team's first.
That was a good call by the ref. Stolke didn't get her body all the way around and definitely made the contact there.
Ball possession for Drake in a 2-2 basketball game. They get it inside to Becker. She turns, can't do anything with it. Gets it back out to McCauley. Now whips it inside. Miller takes a couple dribbles and goes up and lays it in. 4 straight by Drake. They lead 4-2. Here is Martin along the baseline. Drives in, goes up strong off the window.
Muscles Martin there. That is one of her bread and butter shots. Muscling it up there for the 2.
Lob pass inside. Wide open Courtney Becker. Nobody in the paint for the Hawkeyes. She scores. Hawks quickly down court in the offensive zone. 6-4 Drake. Martin gets the ball to Clark. Free throw line extended right. Now in the corner to Gabby Marshall. Holds it above her head. Takes one dribble. Now gets it to Davis. She penetrates the right side. Flips a pass inside to a wide open Hannah Stolke. Left-handed layup good. Hawks have 6. 3 different players have scored. We're tied at 6. Drake in the front court. Miller in between the circles. Has it swatted away by Hannah Stolke. That's a steal. Clark across the timeline. Drives down the right side of the lane. Goes up. Layup. Good from the right block.
Caitlin Clark makes it look easy, but just a little, creates that little bit of a space and opens herself up for the easy 2.
Bulldogs go back inside to a cutting Katie Dinnebeer, and her left-handed layup is good.
But right now we're just trading baskets. Somebody's got to step up on D.
And we're tied at 8. Deep 3, Clark strong from the left wing. Drake with the rebound. Across the timeline, Dinnebeer hesitates, drives down the left block. She's sealed off, hands it off to Becker, driving the baseline. Layup is good. Boy, easy looks for Drake. They go up by 2, 10-8, almost 3 minutes into the game. On the baseline, Kate Martin, wide open 15-footer swish.
She's feeling it so far.
And that's good to see. And then here's a lob pass in deep to Anna Miller. Layup is good.
The Hawks just really haven't been able to sort of get in the groove on defense. And part of that is because Drake does push that ball very quickly.
Clark misfires from three-point range again. Miller at 6'3" with 4 points. Dinnebeer hands it to Grace Berg at the free throw line. Drives down the right side of the lane all the way to the hoop. Layup good. Down court pass intended for Hannah Stolke, batted away by McCauley. Into the hands of Dinnebeer on the right side for the Drake Bulldogs, on top by 4 with the basketball. First quarter action from Carver Hawkeye Arena. Dinnebeer in between the circles. Swings it to Berg on the right side. Now inside Dinnebeer. Back outside McCauley for 3. Rimming no. Kate Martin the rebound. Gets it to Clark in the front court. Drives. Left side. Layup good.
Every time. Caitlin Clark needs to do that every time.
Drake
easy layup.
Pushes it hard. Here's a three-pointer. Berg, right wing, no. Fight for the rebound, won by Clark. Clark across the timeline. Hesitates, drives right side, has it knocked away, but a hold will be called on Katie Dinnebeer.
The foul is on Drake's number 10.
That's her first. Team's first. 14-12 Drake. A Falter and Goodman in for the Hawkeyes. Foreign-Shell comes in for Drake, a 6'1 freshman. Stolke and Martin will sit down. Clark will get 2. Anna Brown also comes in for Drake out of Hawkeye High School. She's a shooter. Free throw good. Clark with 5. Averaging 27.3, 7.9 assists, 7.1 rebounds. Second free throw also good. We're tied at 14, 5:35 first quarter. Drake into the front court. Dinnebeer in between the circles. Marshall on her. Foreign-Shell. Free throw line extended right. Berg now inside Dinnebeer. Goes up strong inside the semicircle and lays it up and in. She has 4, had 20 against Iowa State. Here's Clark on the left wing. Gets a Goodman screen. Now pulls up from 15. Swish. Hit that one from the free throw line.
Yeah, just, again, Caitlin dribbles, creates the space. She's making it look easy, and I like her kind of calm, coolness. We'll see what she does on this play.
After Berg loses the ball. Clark kicks it out. Molly Davis, 3. Got it. Left to the top of the key.
Always love it when Molly Davis hits the 3.
Dinnebeer gets in the paint for Drake. Has to kick it back out. Berg on the left wing. Here's Brown. Swings it to Dinnebeer. Right wing. Foreign-Shell. Now Berg. A Falter on her. Dinnebeer brings it to the left wing. Gets a screen with 7 to shoot. Now to Brown. Back to Dinnebeer. She off to fire a 30-footer. No good. Might have skipped off the rim. No, that'll be a shot clock violation. Great defense by the Hawks.
Great defense by the Hawks. I think what they're trying to figure out right now is, yes, Drake's come in. We know they're solid three-point shooters, but what Drake's doing right now, pass cuts, drives to the baskets. So it's creating enough space, giving them a little bit of space, stepping back, and I think they're going to make that adjustment.
Terrific flow to this game so far. 19-16, the Hawkeyes lead with 4:13 left to go in the first. Tonight's opening tip was brought to you by Farmers State Bank. Earn $250 when you open an eligible checking account at the Tiffin branch or online. Get rewarded for banking with FSB. Visit myfsbonline.com for complete details. Subject to approval, minimum $50 deposit. Requires e-statements and direct deposit. Member FDIC. 4:13 left to go in the first. Iowa by 3, 19-16. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just need someone to listen, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
Did you know that UI ranks near the top of the EPA's Green Power Leaderboard, with 84% of our energy coming from renewable sources? Now you can be a part of the team that makes it happen. The University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, our partner in a collaborative, ENGIE North America, is now offering part-time, on-campus positions where you can get hands-on, career-inspiring experience in sustainable utility systems management. Check out the jobs and apply now at uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Every Hawkeye game is fun, but some seasons are just special, like sold out before it even starts special. But you can still be there to see it. Play the Hawkeye Gold Scratch ticket, and you can win a VIP game day experience to see Iowa women's basketball. The Countdown to Carver promotion from the Iowa Lottery is your chance to witness greatness and some really, really deep threes. To enter your ticket and see details, visit ialottery.com/VIP.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Of course, this game always special for Lisa Bluter and Jan Jensen. And Jenny Fitzgerald as well. Of course, Lisa coached at Drake, very successful for many years. Jan was with her there and as a player. Jan's jersey hangs atop the nap center. Is one of the all-time greats to ever wear the blue and white. How about this shooting? 8 out of 11 for the Hawkeyes. 8 of 13 for the Bulldogs, at 72.7% for Iowa, 61.5 for the Bulldogs.
And 16 points in the paint by Drake and 12 from Iowa. So this is literally so far just a battle of getting to the hoop, and both teams are going to need to figure out how to adjust to that.
Travel Leaders Destinations Unlimited, Iowa's official bowl tour, is proud to announce the Hawkeyes will be going bowling. Travel Leaders Destinations Unlimited is Iowa's leader for game tickets, air travel, and hotel. Sign up to automatically receive official bowl information. Sharon Goodman with a huge basket. And here's a steal by Marshall, and she's fouled.
One area that I think Sharon has improved on so much, over the last couple years, is her foot speed. She got that ball, and her footwork was quick to the hoop, quick turnaround for a bank shot.
Ava Hawthorne picks up the foul. So Iowa basketball on top, 21-16. Inside Goodman, turns in the paint, and a foul is going to be called underneath.
I think she realized on that one that she took one too many pivots, could have probably shot it a little bit earlier, but hey, she drew the foul, so it's going to work out.
Ball possession for the Hawkeyes. Lob pass out to a Falter. Out to Gabby Marshall. Sydney on the right wing. 15 to shoot for the Hawkeyes. Inside a Falter. Lob pass Goodman on the left block. Kicks it out to Molly Davis. Now Clark, wide open three, right wing. A little bit strong. Goodman, the rebound and putback is good.
Sharon Goodman is coming on right now.
Brown with a three-pointer, no good. Missed that one from the right side. Another opportunity for Drake. Miller can't connect from three from straight away. Falter the rebound. Here's Clark, drives down the right side of the lane, has her shot blocked by Miller and retrieved by Drake. 23-16 Hawkeyes. We approached 3 in the first quarter. And an extra step by Miller as she wasn't quite ready for that pass as she came across the timeline.
Yep. And now I just want to point out that Drake's playing a sort of interesting matchup zone. It looks, for maybe in the layman's term, like a man, but they are in a sort of, looks like a 2-3 zone, but they spread that wide.
Here's a pass inside. It was an attempt to get Kylie Feuerbach the ball, and she was cutting toward the hoop and just could not get that right arm extended enough, and it went out of bounds along the baseline. Drake basketball. Iowa on top, 23-16, 2:50 first quarter. Both teams have gone to the bench. Here's a Falter with a steal at the elbow. brings it herself into the front court, drives in, left-handed layup is no good, but a foul will be called on Drake. 2 shots for Sydney Falter.
That's that kind of defense adjustment. Sydney knows that they're going to drive to the hoop, and she got her hand in, got herself to the free throw line.
Grace Berg picks up her first. Sydney Falter at the free throw line. Perfect on the first. Got her first career start against Kansas State on Thursday. Second one, a little bit short. Miller the rebound. Gets it to Dennebier across the timeline. Now Miller, transition 3 straight away, buries it. And 5 blocks against the Hawkeyes last year. 24-19 Iowa with the lead in the basketball. Falter in between the circles. Gets it to Clark. Now back to Sydney. She drives the left lane. Now kicks it in the corner. And a swish from Kylie Feuerbach.
Pass, swish. That is good team basketball. Working it around and getting a great shot from Kylie Feuerbach.
And no hesitation from Kylie.
None at all.
Delivered that one perfectly. 27-19. Hawks on top. We're under 2. Drake. Hard drive to the bucket. Dennebier no good with the left-handed layup. Weak side rebound Clark. Across the timeline she brings it. Pulls up from 3. Got it from the left wing.
Just at the edge of Herky there. The crowd's liking it. The team's liking it, but they are staying focused right here.
Clark with 11. Dennebier gets free underneath. Gathers, goes up, and is fouled.
Dennebier is doing an excellent job so far tonight, getting to the hoop and using her body in a way that creates a space. And she's really kind of confusing or really kind of getting in on our players.
Goodman picks up the foul. Well, she is really active without the basketball.
She is. She's another one that probably could go run track somewhere, I would imagine.
Free throw is good. She had 20 against Iowa State, including 11 out of 12 from the free throw line. Second free throw, also good. Katie Dennebier with 7. 30-21, Hawks by 9, 1:25 left to go first quarter. Clark across the timeline. Finds a Falter. Now Molly Davis just right at the top of the key. Tries to get it into a Falter. Does. Now to Addie O'Grady. Not much space there, but Addie laid it in off the right block.
Maybe not the most beautiful sequence of events, but we made it. Got to get down and play defense.
And then Anna Brown, a good shooter off the bench, knocks down a 3-pointer from the right wing. Here's Clark on the right side. Tried to flip a pass inside to O'Grady. Couldn't handle it. And Drake digs it up. 32-24. We're under a minute first quarter. Hawks with the advantage. Dennebier on the right side. Drake just working the ball around the outer arc. Right to left, left to right. Now Dennebier with 10 to shoot. Gets to the elbow. Pulls it back out in between the circles. Then finds Forsnell for 3. That skipped off the right side of the rim and out of bounds over to the Hawkeyes.
It's great defense by Iowa. Drake's running that 4 out, 1 in, lots of cuts, off ball cuts, and Iowa is just communicating, switching when needing, not letting them sort of get in there and get into the lane.
Kate Martin back for the Hawkeyes. 32-24 Iowa with the basketball. 27 seconds left to go in the quarter. Here's Martin right off the bench. Fires a 3-pointer. Drills it just right at the top of the key.
She's feeling it. She's feeling it tonight. Kate Martin with 7 points. Perfect shooting so far. 3 of 3.
35-24. 8 seconds. Drake has it. Forsnell in the paint. Tries a bounce pass. Stolen by Martin. Ahead to Davis with 1 second layup. Count it.
Not a bad way to end the quarter.
Defense turns to offense. Kate Martin is into this one.
Yeah, Kate is playing pretty much as well as you could. 7 points, perfect shooting, but it's that defense, it's that grit. This is vintage Kate Martin, the one we love to see, doing everything and anything to get an advantage here and get an advantage there.
Tonight's game brought to you by Bud Light, proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Also throughout the Iowa Corn Cyhawk Series, Iowa Corn promotes values that are uniquely Iowan. On behalf of Iowa's corn farmers, we salute all athletes for their hard work and determination both on and off the field. Just like our athletes, our state leads the nation in corn and ethanol production. Follow Iowa Corn on Facebook to learn how corn grows Iowa. Terrific 10 minutes of basketball. Iowa 37, Drake 24. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
To anyone passing through our state, fields and fields of corn might be what they see. But the people who call Iowa home know it's so much more. Corn is ethanol, a homegrown, renewable fuel. Corn is delicious pork, beef, poultry, and dairy. Corn is in 4,000 products we rely on every day. So yeah, our highway views are full of corn, and we're proud of it. Because corn grows Iowa. Show your support for Iowa corn farmers at iowacorn.org/corngrowsiowa.
Right now, new and current customers can get any phone for free at U.S. Cellular. So you can connect with all your family members this holiday season, like your snowbird grandparents, your adorable nieces, or your favorite uncle. Just think, with any phone free from U.S. Cellular, you could even call your aunt who always makes you talk to your cousin, who's a dog. Or, maybe just send her a festive text. Everyone can get the gift of connection at U.S. Cellular. Get any phone free today. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
37 points in a quarter. Ties for third all-time in points in a quarter in Hawkeye women's basketball history. That gives you an indication of what's happened here in the first 10 minutes. Iowa 37, Drake 24. The Hawks, Tiffany 15 out of 20 from the floor, 75%. Drake 10 of 19, 52-6. But Iowa 4 out of 7 from 3.
Yeah, I mean, shooting 52% is not bad, but when you're up against Iowa right now, who's on fire, what I'm seeing right now is some really great balanced scoring. 7 points from Molly Davis, 7 from Kate Martin, 11 from Caitlin Clark, 4 from Goodman, and a 3 from Kylie Feuerbach.
Drake will start with the basketball in the second quarter and gets it in deep down to Anna Miller. Her turnaround jumper left block is good. 37-26. Fulter into the front court. Hands to Caitlin Clark on the left wing. Now Stalky 10 feet away from the hoop. Makes a move in the paint. Kicks it right side. Short jumper swish. Kate Martin.
This is where we start calling her Money Martin, I guess.
Has been that tonight with 9. Clark almost a steal as she tried to get it away from Brown. And then Brown gathers and drives down the right side of the lane. And Clark knocks it away off the foot of Anna Brown. Iowa basketball.
That would made me a little nervous. That could have maybe been called for a foul as well.
(39-26). Hawks with the lead in the basketball. Clark walks it across the timeline. Kicks it left side of Fulter. Sidney keeps that right-handed dribble going. Now inside. Stalky spins in the paint. And then is called for double dribble. Nice defense there by Anna Miller.
Yeah. Stolke was trying to create something that wasn't quite there, and that's when you just move on from.
Drake brings it into the front court. Here's Brown on the left side. Miller now swings it right side. Himes into the game. Now Miller, free throw line extended left. Looking inside, finally delivers to Berg. She spins off Kate Martin, goes up, shot no good, but it is tipped right back to her. Layup good by Grace Berg.
That was great defense by Kate Martin, and it's too bad that it resulted in that.
Caitlin Clark for 3, left side in transition, no. Miller the rebound on the weak side. Drake pushing it, gets it inside to Imes, and then she lost control of it to Sydney Falter. Falter into the front court. Clark for three, right wing, ribbing, no. Rebound, Stolke, put back, good.
Velcro hands, Stolke with the putback.
Boy, did she get off the floor quickly.
She did, and the ball just right to her. She keeps it high.
41-28 Iowa. Three-pointer right wing is good by Ashley Imes. Another shooter off the bench for the Bulldogs. 41-31, Hawks by 10 with the basketball. 7:43 left to go until halftime. Clark gets it to Stolke at the free throw line. Makes a move, spins, paint, left-handed shot is no. Kate Martin, rebound, put back, off the window, good.
Gritty, that is all I can say about Kate Martin right now. She is gritty, and it is resulting in some big plays.
Berg takes a lob pass in deep and lays it up and in. She has 6. Season high for Kate Martin with 11. 43-33. Here's Clark at the elbow. Pulls up her dribble. Has it knocked away. Gathers it. Now goes down the right side. Up strong. Good. Off the window. Just muscled her way in.
She did. Muscled her way for the bank shot.
Berg in deep on the right block. Made a move, lost control of it. Clark across the timeline for the Hawkeyes on the right wing. Kicks it left side, Molly Davis, and she'll set things up for the Hawkeyes. On top, 45-33, second quarter. Clark, free throw line extended right. Makes a move toward the baseline, and an arm bar will be called on Anna Brown.
I'm sure the listeners are tired of me saying this, but again, when Caitlin Clark is not necessarily hitting her threes, her drives to the basket, only good things come about, right? She gets fouled, she gets a layup and fouled. She just needs to keep relying on that until she can kind of get into her three-point groove.
Hawkeye basketball along the baseline. Clark looks, gets it into Kate Martin. Now back to Clark for three, right wing, no. And the rebound taken down by McCauley back into the game for Drake. Here's Dinneberg, just came back in. Cross court to McCauley. Her drive in, left-handed shot is no good. She gets her own rebound, gets it to Becker. Now back outside to Forshell. That's no good. Offensive rebound. McCauley goes up strong on the left block, and a foul will be called on Kate Martin.
I think the Hawkeyes kind of got out of defensive sync there, maybe mismatched on different people, but they could not get defensive rebounding position. A lot of extra opportunities for Drake there.
Davis for Clark. 45-33 Iowa, 6:12 left to go, second quarter. McCauley's free throw is good. At 27 against Iowa State last time out. A career high for her. At 85-73 win. Second one, rotation good, right in the hoop. 6:10 left to go, second quarter. Hawks with the lead in the basketball. Lob pass inside to Sharon Goodman. She's doubled. Missed the left-handed layup. A little bit off balance. Rebound taken down by Imes of Drake. Here's Dinnebeer, left wing. Circle it around to Imes. Dinnebeer, McCauley. Just working around the perimeter. And now an inside pass to Dinnebeer. Whips it back out. McCauley for three. Strong from the left wing. Marshall with the rebound. Brings it across the timeline. Gabby at the elbow. Gets it to Molly Davis, right wing. Now to Feuerbach. She'll drive in. Contact. And she'll be rewarded with 2 free throws.
It was a good ball movement on the Hawkeyes and a great, calm drive to the hoop by Kylie Feuerbach.
Grace Bird checking in for the Bulldogs. Kylie Feuerbach will go to the line to shoot a pair for Iowa.
Fornshell. Her first foul. Good hard drive to the basket by Kylie Feuerbach. Makes the free throw. She has 4.
And as we know, as we saw at UNI and throughout her career, she is a versatile player that can shoot the three, that can get to the basket, that can make free throws.
Calmly knocks those 2 down. 47-35. 5:30 left to go, second. Drake in the front court. Berg on the right wing. Here's Dinnebeer. Makes a move down the left side of the lane. Loses control of the ball, but touched last by the Hawkeyes. She has a really quick first step.
She does. And Gabby Marshall is one of our best defenders and is really having to work for it tonight.
Dinnebeer. Cross-court pass to Becker on the left side. Hands it off to McCauley. Gets in the paint. Spin shot is up and good. Got it to climb over the left side of the rim.
Shot there by McCauley. Iowa played great defense, but just couldn't contain it.
Hawks by 10. 5 minutes left to go, second quarter. Here's Martin on the right wing. Drives toward the elbow. Goes up. Contested, no good. Sharon Goodman, the rebound. Put back is good, and she's fouled.
Assist Martin. We'll just call that an assist as the ball kind of banked off the hoop right into Sharon Goodman's hands for the and one.
Sharon Goodman gets her second basket and will try to complete the three-point play. Timeout on the floor. Set up the best zone defense from Home Heating costs this winter. Tune up your furnace, seal up drafts around your home, and visit MidAmericanEnergy.com to find more ways to keep warm with less energy. Hawkeye basketball also presented by Wellmark. Wellmark, Blue Cross and Blue Shield, knows you're here for every fadeaway, every alley-oop, every buzzer beater, and Wellmark is here for every moment too, with trusted health coverage committed to making healthcare better. Learn more at wellmark.com/hoops. 4:52 left to go, second quarter. Iowa 49, Drake 37. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
Bananas are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Hawks still shooting 64.5%, 20 of 31, 5 out of 6 from the free throw line. Drake at 53-6 from the floor, 3 out of 11 from three-point range. And Drake has been red hot from deep this year, 35 of 86, over 40%. Tiffany, the thing that really sticks out, points in the paint, as you talked about the last break. Iowa with 28, Drake with 24. Post moves, but also guards taking it to the rim.
And in Drake's case, sometimes the guards posting up and getting the two that way. I'm also I'm not surprised because it has been mostly a game of high percentage shots, but Drake is out rebounding the Hawkeyes with 15 to the Hawkeyes 10. So.
And the Hawks did a really good job against K-State on the boards, out rebounding the Wildcats 47-38. Sharon Goodman at the line to try to complete the three-point play. Does it perfectly. Sharon with 5, and it's 50-37, 4:50 left to go until halftime. Drake basketball. Bulldogs in the front court. Along the baseline, a nice dribble drive penetration move, and the drop off to Anna Miller, and the layup is good. Nice pass by Courtney Becker. 50-39. Hawks with the lead in the basketball. Kylie Feuerbach in between the circles. Feeds Gabby Marshall, right wing. Now to Martin. Inside Goodman. Turn around. Left-handed. Shot is good. Nice, comfortable move by Sharon Goodman.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, reason, our posts tonight seem to be going to the left and scoring on the left. I don't think any of them are left-handed, but it's working.
Here's Drake working the ball around the outer arc. Miller hands to McCauley. And now tried to get it inside to Miller, and it's stolen away by Kylie Feuerbach across the timeline. Cross-court pass left side. Gabby Marshall, 3. No good. Rebound down to Grace Berg. 52-39. Dinnebeer in the front court for Drake. Hands to Miller. Fires right side, McCauley. Now Miller, top of the key. She'll shoot that. Now lob pass inside. It is Berg who goes up strong and finishes with the right hand. Berg, the Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Week, has 6, had 22 against Iowa State, 52-41. And some miscommunication with Davis and Martin, and the Hawks turn it over. Drake quickly down court, three-pointer straightaway. Miller, no. Martin the rebound. We approach 3 left to go, second quarter. Hawkeyes on top by 11. Here's Martin in between the circles. Right side, Kylie Feuerbach holds the ball. Lob inside to Goodman. She catches, goes up, and shuffled her feet. Traveling will be the call.
Not a great pass there by Feuerbach. A little bit too high, a little bit too lobby. Everybody in the gym knew what was going on there.
Into the Hawkeyes, number 2, Taylor McCabe, and number 22.
Taylor McCabe into the game. Coach Bluter said in the pregame show, we need to get Taylor into the game.
I agree.
Caitlin Clark back as well. Drake with the basketball. Bring it into the front court. Here's Dinnebeer. Angles to the right side. Free throw line extended. Holds it. Nice job by Kylie Feuerbach. Swing it to Miller on the left wing. Now Dinnebeer in that same area. Drives down the right side of the lane. Shot is up and no good. Goes after the rebound on the floor along with Goodman, McCabe, and finally a jump ball will be called. Possession arrow favors the Hawkeyes.
Dinnebeer is just all over. She reminds me in a lot of ways almost of Sydney Falter, just kind of getting her hand into everything and can kind of muscle her way in a lot of situations.
Averaging 17 points a game this year. 52-41. Clark walks it across the timeline. Dinnebeer on her. Angles left side. Those two know each other well. Lob pass inside Sharon Goodman. There's the catch in deep, and the layup is good.
Goodman is having a good game right now.
Here's a three-point attempt. Brown left wing, no. Clark the rebound. Caitlin pushing the ball. Gets it ahead to Kate Martin, driving in. Contact. And an offensive foul will be called on Kate Martin. That's her second. Falter comes in for Kate. Drove in hard. There was contact there for sure.
Yeah, that was the right call by the ref. I think Kate just didn't quite know what she was going to do.
A little out of control.
Yeah.
And here's traveling on the right wing by Imes. Wanted to rise up for a three-pointer and came right down before she was able to get the basketball on the floor.
She also didn't quite know what she wanted to do on that. Lots of disruptions on both sides of the court tonight.
54-41 Iowa with the basketball. We're under 2, second quarter. Clark. Falter now right side for McCabe. Drills a three-pointer.
Coach Bluter's wish is granted. Coming out and hitting the three. Great passing by the Hawkeyes as well.
And here's a wild pass intended for Becker underneath. Picked off by a Falter. Now to Clark on the right wing. Hesitates. Whips a pass inside. Goodman goes up with the left hand. No. Had a really good look. Rebound down to the Bulldogs. 57-41. Here's Dinnebeer driving all the way to the paint. Has it tapped away by Feuerbach into the hands of Clark into the front court. Caitlin at the free throw line. Whips it left side. Taylor McCabe for 3. Count it!
There she goes. On fire.
Timeout Bulldogs.
Hawks on an 8-0 run over the last minute. 5 of 7 from field goal. And Taylor McCabe is the story. We heard Coach Bluter at the beginning or in a pregame comment saying we got to get her in. We want to get her shooting. She's a great shooter. And we are seeing that happen right now.
Taylor McCabe He's played in 2 games so far, 2 out of 6 from 3, but 2 for 2 here in quarter number 2, and to extend that Iowa lead 60-41.
I mean, really, the balanced scoring, right? You have Sharon Goodman has had 7 points in the second quarter. Taylor came in with her quick 6 points. It's really impressive. And I got to give a shout out to Caitlin Clark, even on these last couple possessions. She thought about going in, she thought about taking it, but instead she passed and got a better shot.
Already has 4 assists. Drake out of the timeout. Tries to get a pass inside, and it's deflected and intercepted by Clark. Clark, bounce pass to a Fulter, goes up strong, and a whistle. There's that Caitlin Clark speed that just most opponents can't keep up with.
It's kind of a sleepy speed. It doesn't look as fast, and then next thing you know, she's down the court.
Guess they're just going to call Drake touched the ball last out of bounds. A clean swipe at it by the Bulldogs. We're 45 seconds away from halftime. Here's Clark, free throw line extended right, fakes a 3. Now a little step back.
Oh.
Shot from 15 feet. The elbow goes down.
Let me see that 1-2 step back by Caitlin Clark.
That little right foot goes in the air. 62-41. Hawks will get another crack at it. 16 on the shot clock. Here's Miller on the right wing. Gets it to Ava Hawthorne. Takes a dribble. Gets it inside to Miller. Wheels to the left. Her left-handed shot is no good. The Hawks get the rebound with Clark and will have the final possession. Caitlin walks the ball across the timeline. 7 seconds. Hawks will have to hurry. Here's Clark. Gets a screen on the right wing. Then drives in. Layup good off the window. Never removed that ball from her right hand.
And scooped it right up and in. Beautiful play by Caitlin Clark to end the quarter.
And that's the most points in a first half by the Hawkeyes with 64. Wow. Previously, the high was 60. What the first 20 minutes of basketball, completely different from Thursday night.
Totally different team. Again, I've said it now 3 times and I apologize, but I think it's so much fun when we have such balanced scoring and people contributing in so many different ways. And this is the Hawkeye team that we have come to love, and it's great to see them. I think Drake is a great team and actually playing very well. So that's a huge testament to bouncing back again versus Kansas State.
9 players have scored for the Hawkeyes. Is your small business ready for a big promotion? To support and celebrate small businesses, United Healthcare and Hawkeye Athletics are teaming up for the Spotlight on Small Business Sweepstakes. Winners receive radio promotions, social media recognition, and more. To enter, visit HawkeyeSports.com/UHC. United Healthcare is a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Bud Light halftime show up next. Iowa 64, Drake 41 at the half. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
At MidAmerican Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Ruggability. We straight made that word up. How else to describe the otherwise indescribable rugged, capable, incredible versatility and affordability of a Honda SUV? Car and Driver calls Honda the winningest brand in 10 best history. Your kids will call it totally lit. But we like ruggability. And you'll like the incredifantabulous deals, so see your Central Midwest Honda dealer today. Honda gets the Midwest.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oaknall.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Running a business is a lot of work. Luckily, I've got a great partner.
Oh, I think you...
I meant U.S. Bank.
I knew that.
U.S. Bank Business Essentials is a huge help to us.
Totally. Their comprehensive point-of-sale system does it all. Tracks inventory, manages schedules, customizes orders.
Plus all the regular banking stuff.
If only it could make coffee.
Nah, that's your job.
From point of sale to quick loans, we have many ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender member FDIC.
When it comes to your health, you need the full picture. That means the right diagnosis and the right treatment right from the start. I'm Aaron Bose, pediatric neurologist with University of Iowa Healthcare. Here, we're working together every day to advance medicine so you can get the best care. With more research, more clinical trials, and more treatment options than anywhere else in the state, the University of Iowa Healthcare is changing medicine and changing lives. Learn more at uihc.org.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this is Hawkeye Women's Basketball. Brought to you by Authentic Brand. Unique Hawkeye apparel at authentic-brand.com. Hy-Vee. Score big savings with the new Hy-Vee Perks membership. Iowa Lottery. Be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit ialottery.com for details. Honda. To see how Honda crushes the competition, see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest. And by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. This is the Bud Light Halftime Show. Now back to courtside.
Rob Brooks and Tiffany Reedy back courtside, Carver Hawkeye Arena. Iowa 64 and Drake 41. It's time for the halftime show brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light, proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Time for the halftime stats report brought to you by Hy-Vee. Score big savings with the all-new, totally free Hy-Vee Perks membership. 3 players in double figures.
Yeah, the Hawks are shooting the ball very well at 65%, led by Caitlin Clark, 17 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 steals. Kind of interesting. Next up is Kate Martin with 11 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Sharon Goodman had an incredible second quarter, has 11 points and 3 rebounds. Kate Martin I already mentioned Kate Martin. Kylie Feuerbach with 5 points. Taylor McCabe came in with her quick 6 points. Molly Davis, 7 points, 2 assists. Rounded out by Hannah Stolke with 4 points. As I mentioned, Iowa playing solid defense with 12 steals, and 25 of the Hawkeyes' points are off the bench today. Drake is led by Anna Miller, having a great game, 11 points, 6 rebounds. Grace Berg, 8 points, 3 rebounds. Taylor McCauley, 6 points, 6 rebounds. Katie Dinnebier, 6 points, and Ashley Imes and Anna Brown rounding it out with 3 points. Hawks are still getting out-rebound. Drake is rebounded 17 to the Hawkeyes 15. Again, I'll mention it again. Drake has scored 6 points off the bench. The Hawks have scored 25 points off the bench. The Hawks have scored 36 points in the paint to Drake's 28. And Iowa has 18 fast break points to Drake's 10. Pretty exciting game. Great stat line, again, for the Hawkeyes. Lots of great scoring, but great defense. Great passing by the Hawkeyes, too.
The energy level is really matched all the outstanding statistics here in the first 20 minutes for the Hawkeyes. Join the Iowa Lottery VIP Club and enter to win tickets to see sold-out Iowa women's basketball. The countdown to Carver promotion. Play Hawkeye Gold scratch tickets today. 64-41. The Hawks lead it at the half on the Bud Light Halftime Show. Back with more after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships.
Escape to Italy and Sicily in September 2024 with travel leaders, Destinations Unlimited. Enjoy this melting pot of multicultural customs and cuisine and beautiful landscapes. After taking in Rome, we'll head down to the dramatic Sorrento coast and then journey from Italy's heel to its toe of Sicily. To learn more about this or any vacation, contact travel leaders, Destinations Unlimited at duagency.com. That's duagency.com.
Ruggability. We straight made that word up. How else to describe the otherwise indescribable rugged, capable, incredible versatility and affordability of a Honda SUV? Car and Driver calls Honda the winningest brand in 10 best history. Your kids will call it totally lit. But we like ruggability. And you'll like the incredifantabulous deals, so see your Central Midwest Honda dealer today. Honda gets the Midwest.
Every Hawkeye game is fun, but some seasons are just special, like sold out before it even starts special. But you can still be there to see it. Play the Hawkeye Gold Scratch ticket, and you can win a VIP game day experience to see Iowa women's basketball. The Countdown to Carver promotion from the Iowa Lottery is your chance to witness greatness and some really, really deep threes. To enter your ticket and see details, visit ialottery.com/VIP.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
(64-41), the Hawkeyes over the Bulldogs at the half. Other scores across the country, top 25. Washington State and Prairie View A&M a little bit later on tonight. And the same with number 4 Utah and Eastern Kentucky. UConn has won at Minnesota 62-44. Stanford 82, Duke 79 in overtime. Texas 96, Louisiana Tech 44. Number 12 Florida State 80, South Alabama 45. Number 14 NC State, who was in this building last year over Rhode Island, 67-58. Tennessee put 100 on Troy, 100-73. Indiana no problem with Lipscomb, 77-44. Number 19 Louisville 77, Bucknell 44. Maryland scratches out a victory over Syracuse, 83-81. Baylor by 10 over Harvard, 81-71. Creighton has defeated Nebraska, 77-74. Ole Miss 56, Arizona 47. And number 25, Oklahoma 82, Virginia 67. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission is responsible for our community being home to countless amateur sporting events and state tournaments, from state volleyball, wrestling, tennis, and much more. The Sports Commission generates significant annual impact while adding sustainability to our quality of life. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission is a proud presenting sponsor of University of Iowa Women's Athletics. You can learn more at wegotnext.org. 64-41, back to Carver after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye Women's Basketball from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Bananas are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
To anyone passing through our state, fields and fields of corn might be what they see. But the people who call Iowa home know it's so much more. Corn is ethanol, a homegrown, renewable fuel. Corn is delicious pork, beef, poultry, and dairy. Corn is in 4,000 products we rely on every day. So yeah, our highway views are full of corn, and we're proud of it. Because corn grows Iowa. Show your support for Iowa corn farmers at iowacorn.org/fan of corn.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
Welcome back to the Bud Light Halftime Show. 64-41 and 64 points and a half. That is a school record for Iowa women's basketball. Previous mark was 63 against Ohio. You have to go back to 1991. Iowa wrestlers victorious this afternoon. Number 3 Iowa 25. Number 16 Oregon State 11. Other Big Ten women's scores today that we didn't mention. It was Michigan State 105, Evansville 49. Michigan over South Dakota 70-52 in the Bad Boy Mowers battle for Atlantis. Northwestern 76, Southeast Missouri 68, and Kansas State defeats Wisconsin 75-57. Back with the third quarter from Carver Hawkeye Arena. Iowa 64, Drake 41. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
If you've got the right tools and the friendly people at U.S. Bank in your corner, making smarter money choices is a piece of cake. If only our tools and helpful advisors could have helped you avoid some of those not-so-smart choices in life. Like that time you tried to pick up unicycling.
Whoa, coming through!
Or when you thought it'd be okay to pet that squirrel in the park.
Good squirrel, good squirrel.
While we can't help you with all that, we can help you bank smartly at usbank.com/smarter together. Member FDIC.
Did you know that UI uses the same amount of energy as all the rest of Iowa City? That's why we have our own power plant, and we're committed to making it clean. By 2025, we'll rely completely on climate-friendly, alternative fuels. Deep in the boiler rooms, engineers from the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative are optimizing the power plant so it can handle these new fuels more efficiently. Learn more about it at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. That's uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Melrose Meadows, voted Iowa City's best retirement community. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. If you are in the market to buy or sell a home, contact the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty. For all your real estate needs, call 319-631-5455.
Drake has the first possession, third quarter. They whipped the ball around the outer arc and then tried to get it inside to a posting Anna Miller. And she couldn't control it, and the ball goes out of bounds along the baseline over to the Hawkeyes. Iowa's first possession, just underway third quarter. Stalkey at the top of the key. Gets it to Kate Martin. Iowa's starters out on the floor. Martin, Stalkey, Marshall, Clark, and Davis. Here's a steal by Dinnebeer. She drives all the way down to the right side. Layup good.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark almost wound up on that pass. Again, it was pretty easy to see.
Davis a hook shot as she drove from the left wing in the paint. It was short. Goes out of bounds over to Drake. 64-43 Iowa. 1 minute into the third quarter. Dinnebier gets it to Berg. Hawks have done a good job on her. Now far side, McCauley. Inside Miller, one dribble. Now back to Berg, right wing three. Back of the bracket, no. And a foul on the rebound will be on Clark.
The foul is on Iowa's number 22, Caitlin Clark. That is her first.
That'll be her first. Against Dinnebier, going hard after the rebound. Ball possession for the Bulldogs. McCauley. One hand pass to Berg. She'll fire a three-pointer and knock it down from the left wing. She can get hot in a hurry.
Yep, you got to keep your eyes on her.
64-46 Iowa. Here's Marshall at the timeline. Whips a pass right side to Clark. Brings it left side. Davis for three. Count it.
Yes. Again, something about a Molly Davis three to get the crowd going.
Has over 600 career points. Davis, the fourth Iowa player to reach double figures tonight. After that record-setting offensive first half. And getting free inside is Grace Berg against Stalkey. Now Berg has 11, had 6 at the half. Here's Clark in the paint, spins, kicks it back out to Gabby Marshall for three. Left side of the rim, no. Miller the rebound. Ahead to Dinnebier. She'll fire a three, right wing, strong. Martin the board. 67-48, Iowa with the lead of the basketball. Here's Clark across the timeline. Now drives down the left side, goes up, and finishes in transition against Dinnebier.
Easy layup there for Caitlin Clark. And making the right choice there.
Sharon Goodman, next dead ball. 69-48. Hawkeyes on top, Drake with it, swings it around. Berg, she'll fire another three-pointer, rimming no. Rebound and putback is good, though, by Courtney Becker.
When Drake shoots those long threes, it's important.
Down court pass, and Kate Martin beat everybody down the floor. Easy two. McCauley tries to answer, does with a left-handed floater in the paint.
Drake is not going to give up this game, and while the Hawks have a sizable lead, they need to continue to play smart basketball.
And here's a steal by McCauley. Down court, Berg now whips it into the corner. Dinnebier for three, rolls around the rim and falls. 12 for Dinnebier. It's 71-55. Hawks on top with the basketball. 6:30 left to go in the third. Clark on the left wing. Now Davis in between the circles, pushes the ball to Marshall. Now Clark on the right side, now back to Gabby. She fakes, drives the paint, kicks it back out. Clark for three, got it.
Nice.
Swishes this one from the right side.
Again, great ball movement by the Hawkeyes. They just sort of penetrated and pitched until Caitlin Clark got a beautiful wide open three.
Dinnebier in between the circles. 74-55, we're under 6 third quarter. And a whistle as McCauley made a move along the baseline. Clark was there defensively.
Traveling violation on the Bulldogs.
And McCauley will be called for traveling.
I thought that was going to be another Caitlin Clark foul.
Ava Hawthorne and Anna Brown all into the Bulldogs.
Clark will get a breather. Certainly wanted to stay in. That's always the case, though, right?
Yeah.
That's with every player.
It takes a lot for her to want to sit down.
Hawks with the basketball. Here's a falter on the left side. Now to Davis. Slips a pass inside to Goodman. Left-handed layup is short. Rebound taken down by Drake. Across the timeline is Ava Hawthorne. Drops a pass inside to Berg. Goes up strong. And a foul will be called on the Hawkeyes. Molly Davis going after the block.
We're definitely not sitting close to the basket, but it looked like Molly Davis was trying to soar for a block, but maybe made some sort of contact.
So Berg will be at the line. Davis picks up her first foul. This is the 4th double-figure game for Davis in her career. Also had 10 at Iowa, career at Iowa, 10 against Kansas State. Now has backed that up with 10 tonight. Berg drops the free throw. Second one, good. She has 13. 74-57. Hawks with the lead. Davis across the timeline. Now Martin in the corner of Falter. Goodman posting hard. Now Martin along the baseline. Goes up strong in between two Bulldogs.
She is fearless tonight.
15 for Kate. 76-57. Three-pointer is a little bit strong from Forsnell into the game. Here's a pass ahead to Molly Davis, right wing. Drive in, layup, no good. Goodman there to grab the rebound, then has it taken away by Fornshell. And now a three-pointer, wild shot that time. It goes out of bounds. Hawkeyes dig it up, quickly down court. Marshall on the left wing, now in the corner. Martin drops it inside Goodman. Reverse pass to a Falter. Hawks keep that ball moving around the outer arc with 11 to shoot. Davis to Martin. A Falter, top of the key, drives down the right side of the lane, up strong, and the shot crawls over the right side of the rim and drops.
A Falter seemed to just kind of follow Kate Martin around.
And now Sydney takes it away from Berg. And in the process, we have a whistle. And Berg is going to be charged with a foul, trying to get the ball back after a Falter took it away from her.
Great hustle by really the whole team, and what I'm liking to see on offense is a patience out there, working the ball around, trying to get the best shot.
Timeout on the court. A proud sponsor, U.S. Cellular, is built for the Hawkeyes. They're built for great interceptions and better reception. Watching touchdowns instead of touch screens and waving before streaming. After all, game day only comes once a week. U.S. Cellular is built for us. University of Iowa Energy Collaborative is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye women's basketball the entire season. Empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Learn more at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. 4:10 left to go in the third. Iowa 78, Drake 57. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships. Hawk fans, stop in and visit the newly renovated guest rooms at Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. Stay within walking distance of Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of Hawk Talk with Lisa Bluter and Fran McCaffrey this fall. Come together at Hyatt Regency Coralville, where everything you need is right here.
Hey Hawkeyes, while you're hard at work in class or on the court, there's a team behind the scenes making sure that the power keeps going, the water keeps flowing, and the temps inside are just right. Introducing the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative. The collaborative is a public-private partnership between UI, NG, and Meridium. It delivers the funds UI needs to drive our academic and research excellence while optimizing campus utilities for a generation to come. Check it out at uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Drake has actually outscored the Hawkeyes in the third by 2 at 16-14. Clark has 22. Kate Martin has 15. 11 from Sharon Goodman. And 10 from Molly Davis. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye Women's Basketball. Feuerbach, Clark, Martin, Falter, and Eddie O'Grady, the 5 for the Hawkeyes, 78-57. O'Grady plays catch with Kate Martin, fires a 3. Kate knocked it down from the top of the key.
Money Martin, she keeps going.
18 for Kate Martin. Her career high is 20 last year against UConn. 3-pointer no good. Macaulay. Miller, however, gets the rebound. Another opportunity for the Drake Bulldogs. Here's Becker. 8 to shoot. Gets it to Dinnebeer. She'll fire a 3-pointer straight away. No. Sydney Falter the rebound. Gets it to Clark across the timeline. Here comes Caitlin into the paint. Tries to whip a pass over her head that Addie O'Grady had no chance to come up with.
Certainly not. But you know what I like about that? You know, Caitlin Clark bopped herself on the forehead, smiled, and moved on. And that's the most important thing. You're going to have silly mistakes like that, but it's the moving on and the not getting stuck in it that's the most important.
Yeah, we'll give her that.
Yeah.
81-57. Here's Drake on the move, and a beautiful finish on the left side by Taylor Macaulay. Made contact with Addie O'Grady, and O'Grady picks up her first. So a chance for a 3-point play for the 5'11 senior, Taylor Macaulay. Free throw, strong. O'Grady the rebound. Pushes it to Clark across the timeline, right side. Drops a pass inside to Sydney Falter. Layup good. There's that transition game.
Yeah, sort of just classic fun Hawkeye basketball.
Under 3, third quarter, 83-57. Hawks in command. Macaulay swings the ball left side to Imes into the game. Now Miller, top of the key. She'll shoot a 3. A little bit strong. Battle for the rebound. Touch last by the Bulldogs. It'll be Iowa basketball as Anna Brown comes back for Drake. Falter in the front court. Lob pass inside. Addie O'Grady missed the right-handed layup. Here's Drake. Across the timeline. Little pitch back to Miller for 3. No good. Drake has been pulled in the quarter from 3. Clark brings it herself across the timeline. Gets in the paint. Scoop shot is up off the window. Good with the right hand. Dinnebeer into the front court for Drake. Drives the left side. Pulls up her dribble. Now kicks it back out to Becker. Dinnebeer swings it to Miller. 6'3" post player out on the wing on the left side. Now Macaulay in that same area. 9 to shoot. We're under 2. Almost a steal by Clark. But here's Brown all the way to the rim. Then kicks it into the corner. 3-point shot is good. Hung on the rim and fell in for Courtney Becker. She has 11. Hawkeyes quickly in the front court. Taylor McCabe now into the game. Free throw line extended right. Gets it to Feuerbach. Now in between the circles. Clark knocks down a 3 straight away.
Passed into Addie O'Grady. Back out to Caitlin Clark for the easy 3. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful play.
88-61. 1:10 left to go in the third quarter. Here's Brown, right side, 3 is good. Brown, her second 3. 88-64. Lob pass inside to Addie O'Grady. She has it blocked by Miller, who had 5 of them against Iowa last year. Coast to coast, easy layup is good by Katie Dinnebeer. Nobody closed her off. McCabe brings it into the front court. Now Feuerbach on the right side of Falter. Dribbles it to McCabe. Now in between the circles. Feeds left side of Falter. Now Clark on the left wing. Drives down toward the left block. Spins at that point. Now whips it into the corner. McCabe for 3. Off the back of the iron. No. Fight for the rebound. Dug up by Drake. Dinnebeer across the timeline. 88-66 Iowa. 16 seconds left to go in the third. Here's almost a steal by Feuerbach. Saved by Drake with 11 seconds. Dinnebeer gets it back from Becker. Working that right side. Now we'll step back and fire a 3. That's an air ball. Clark with 1 second, and that'll do it for the third quarter. Another good one for the Hawkeyes. Certainly held serve after having that big halftime lead.
Drake did outscore Iowa 25-24, but like you said, they had a solid lead, and so all is good, all is well.
Working together is how you win. That's why Mid-American Energy's roster of wind, solar, and other energy sources works together to keep your service safe and reliable 24/7. Learn more at midamericanenergy.com. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, locally owned and operated, has been voted best of the area for the 10th consecutive year. Proudly supports Iowa women's basketball. Trust Dodge Street Tire for honest auto repair and the best deals on Goodyear and Toyo tires. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, celebrating over 30 good years on the corner of Dodge and Church Streets. We'll head to the fourth. Hawks in command, 88-66. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Mid-American Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Maybe your hometown celebrates long-standing Swiss traditions. Cow chip throwing. Or even classic car muscle. Everyone has a hometown, and every hometown has a festival. Cenex wants to hear about yours. That's why we're launching the Hometown Throwdown. Tell us about your fest, and it could win $100,000. Learn more at CenexHometownThrowdown.com. Cenex, powered locally.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Deacon Hill, Tori Taylor, some of the members of the Iowa football team in attendance tonight, cheering on the Hawkeye women. So far, so good. 88-66. Caitlin Clark now has 44 career games with more than 25 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds, which is the most in NCAA history. Has 27 points tonight to go along with 6 rebounds and 7 assists and 6 steals.
Yeah, big time steals. I want to know who's keeping track of that. That was a lot of stats to keep track of.
Oh, I've got it right up here. Going over all that homework this afternoon. Haley Turner, of course, the outstanding sports information contact for Iowa women's basketball. He's always keeping us up to date.
Got it? Okay.
He knows what's going on.
That is her second personal foul.
A relentless, tireless worker.
Yeah, again, I'm not even quite sure what record she just broke. It was a lot of numbers thrown in there.
Kate Martin at the free throw line can tie her career high. She has 19. Second one, perfect.
There we go.
So Kate, through the first 4 games, averaging 6.4, has 20 tonight. What a difference that makes when you get a bunch of other players in double figures and contributing. As you mentioned earlier, Tiffany, it just looks so much different.
They just seem just a team, right?
And so much different in a good way.
Yeah, correct.
Here's a lob pass inside, and it's picked off by Clark, but tapped by Goodman. She did the job defensively, and then gets rewarded, rolling to the basket, lays it up and in, assists Clark. Goodman with 13.
Sharon's having a great game, but I think Caitlin Clark loves nothing better than to pass inside to her post.
And Clark goes after the steal at midcourt and almost pulls it off, but will be charged with her second, trying to get it away from Courtney Becker.
You know, speaking of a lot of numbers, Caitlin Clark has 27 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, and that would have been 7 steals.
I've always said there's a quadruple double in there somewhere.
There is plenty of time for her to attain that tonight.
Goodman picks up the foul. Drake with the basketball. They get it inbounds. Here's Berg in between the circles. Gets it to Ava Hawthorne on the right wing. Now back to Berg. Swings it to Brown. Lob pass inside to Becker. Can't do anything with it. Kicks it back outside, and a three-pointer by Thornshell is good.
Drake is just a well-coached team. They just worked it around until they got that open three.
Picked second in the Valley this year.
Yep. Well-coached with solid three-point shooters.
Along the baseline, going up strong is Kate Martin, now with 22. And a career high tonight for Kate Martin, 94-69. Inside, layup good, off a cut by Ava Hawthorne. Out of Gilbert High School. Here's Molly Davis on the left wing. Back outside to Gabby Marshall. She'll set it up in between the circles. Now in the corner, Martin for three. Why not? Just off the back of the bracket. Rebound taken down by the Bulldogs. Berg now gets it back from Becker. Drives down the right side of the lane. Tough move off the window and scores.
That was a great penetration to the hoop.
Grace Berg with 15. She had 6 at intermission. 94-73. Martin for three again in the corner, left wing. Count it.
She is feeling it. Money Martin right there.
Drake in the front court with Berg. Martin did not score against Kansas State.
She's definitely been much quieter so far this season, and again, we're 5 games in, but tonight is a huge turning point for her.
And talk about turning points. There's Caitlin Clark with a three that answered the Courtney Becker bucket. Clark with 30. Clark almost with another steal, but it's dug up by Brown. She goes in, has it slapped away and out of bounds along the baseline.
Sharon Goodman says, not here.
Number 3, Taylor McCauley. Number 10.
Over the last 25 years, no other player has recorded more than 30-plus point performances than Clark, who has 39 of them. And almost another steal. She got her right hand on another ball. Knocked it out of bounds right in front of the Drake bench. 100-75 Hawkeyes. 6:46 left to go. This would be 6 in a row for the Hawkeyes against Drake. There's a steal by Clark all the way to the rim. Layup 2. And this crowd has been into this ball game. Here's a lob pass inside. Dinnebeer goes up and finishes.
The thing is that Drake doesn't stop, and so it's a fun game to watch.
Here's Clark for three. Drills it from the right wing from at least 30.
It's just straight hot in here right now.
Here's Berg on the right wing. Fans are on their feet, 105-77. And Miller trying to weave her way to the basket, loses control of the ball and out of bounds. That's the Caitlin Clark we're used to.
Yes, textbook Caitlin getting the crowd into it, sticking her tongue out, waving her arms, smiling. It has to feel pretty good doing it against in-state rival Drake as well.
Timeout on the floor. 5:57 left to go. Hawks in command of this one. The 105-77. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Know that UI ranks near the top of the EPA's Green Power Leaderboard with 84% of our energy coming from renewable sources. Now you can be a part of the team that makes it happen. The University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, our partner in a collaborative, ENGIE North America, is now offering part-time, on-campus positions where you can get hands-on, career-inspiring experience in sustainable utility systems management. Check out the jobs and apply now at uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Ruggability. We straight made that word up. How else to describe the otherwise indescribable rugged, capable, incredible versatility and affordability of a Honda SUV? Car and Driver calls Honda the winningest brand in 10 best history. Your kids will call it totally lit. But we like ruggability. And you'll like the incredifantabulous deals, so see your Central Midwest Honda dealer today. Honda gets the Midwest.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
So Caitlin Clark with 35 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, 7 steals, and all of a sudden, 5 out of 11 from three-point range.
Yeah, like I said, like you said, this is vintage Caitlin Clark, what you love to see. The Hawks are just, so far in the fourth quarter, they're shooting 85% and from the field and 75% behind the three-point line. So this is just fun basketball to watch.
And Kate Martin with a career-high 25 on 10 of 12 from the floor, 3 of 4 from 3.
Again, just stellar shooting. It could not be any more opposite than what we saw on Thursday night.
University of Iowa Healthcare has the game plan for your same-day healthcare needs. If you need treatment for a common illness or a minor injury, visit one of several UI Quick Care or Urgent Care locations throughout the Iowa City Cedar Rapids corridor. Their care and expertise will help you get back in the game. UI Healthcare, proud sponsor of your Iowa Hawkeyes. 105-77. We're at 5:57 left to go. Hawks will head to Florida on Tuesday. Play 3 games in Estero. That will start on Friday night. Clark on the right wing. Lob pass inside. Goodman turns to that left shoulder and just short.
Bummer.
Made a really good move.
Yeah.
Drake quickly down court. Boy, Clark really in that passing lane looking for a steal. Inside Miller. Turnaround jumper. Paint. No. Goodman the foul.
The foul is on number 40. Karen Goodman. That's her third personal foul.
That'll be 3 on Goodman, who has 13. Anna Miller, who had 11 in the first half, has not scored since. At the free throw line. 2 dribbles, ball in the air, and in the hoop. Second one good. Miller with 13, 105-79. Feuerbach for Molly Davis.
For number 1, Molly Davis.
So Goodman, Marshall, Feuerbach, Clark, and a Falter. Caitlin will walk it across the timeline. Falter on the left wing. Dinnebeer on Caitlin. Lob pass to Gabby Marshall for 3, right wing. Ribbing no. Rebound taken down by McCauley. Pushes the ball up the floor, and the shot is up and no good. Ashley Imes does go out of bounds. Touch last by Iowa. 105-79, 5:07. This will be Drake's first loss of the season as a whistle. Dinnerbeer fell down. A falter as well. A falter. That'll be her first. Ball possession for Drake along the baseline. Hit it into Miller, top of the key. Takes 2 dribbles. Now Dinnerbeer on the left wing. Now Imes trying to get a bounce pass inside to Miller. And a foul will go against Sharon Goodman.
Yeah, Anna Miller is tall, lanky, quick. And she's just kind of tripping up Sharon Goodman right now.
And we've got time out on the court with 4:58 left to go in the fourth. Iowa 105, Drake 79. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit the newly renovated guest rooms at Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. Stay within walking distance of Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of Hawk Talk with Lisa Bluter and Fran McCaffrey this fall. Come together at Hyatt Regency Coralville, where everything you need is right here.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
4:58 left to go in the fourth quarter. Iowa 105 and Drake 79. Don't forget, throughout the season, and it'll all start tomorrow night, you could join head coach Lisa Bluter and myself for Hawk Talk, presented by Oak Knoll at the Hyatt Regency this year in Coralville. Hawk Talk with Coach Bluter takes place every week, starting on Monday from 6 until 7. You can visit HawkeyeSports.com to take a look at the full schedule, but we will be there tomorrow night from 6 until 7. Look forward to seeing everybody at the Hyatt Regency in Coralville tomorrow night, and there'll be plenty to talk about after this performance by the Hawkeyes this evening. 105-79. Hawkeyes scored 64 points in the first half. That's a school record, surpassing 63 against Ohio back in 1991. And still shooting at 63.6% from the floor. The very good news, Tiffany, 13 of 24 from three-point range.
Yeah, that has to feel a huge weight lifted off the team's shoulders to kind of get back on track from the three-point line.
So Miller gets 2, makes the first, and in the third and fourth quarters, three-point range, 7 of 11. Miller knocks down both. She has 15, and it's 105-81. Under 5. Here's Clark on the right wing. Lob pass inside. Sharon Goodman rolling to the basket, catches and scores. 15 for Sharon Goodman. And here's a steal by a Fulter. Ahead to Clark. Clark now top of the key area, and an offensive foul will go against Sharon Goodman.
I think that is her 5th. Yeah.
That's what I've got. So Goodman will sit down with 15.
She should definitely feel very good about her performance today. Just kept her poise, and solid contributions with her 15 points.
Now remember, Goodman had 19 against FDU to open the season. 107-81. Hawks with the lead. Drake with the basketball. Dinnebeer. As Drake swings it around the outer arc. Gets it back to Dinnebeer in between the circles. Now Becker gets it to Berg, and she'll race down the left side of the lane and lay it up with the left hand. Grace Berg has 17. McCabe gets it to Molly Davis in between the circles. 107-83 Hawkeyes. 3:50 left to go. Now here's Feuerbach. Free throw line extended left. Holds the ball at her hip. Whips a pass inside to O'Grady. Couldn't handle it. As she was a step off the block, it goes out of bounds over to Drake.
In for Drake, number 4, Shannon Fortune.
Ashley Imes back.
Ashley Imes.
Ava Hawthorne also back for Drake.
Also 21, Ava Hawthorne.
She'll run the point, bring the ball in the front court on the left side. McCabe on her. Inside. Forshell tries to make a move. Now kicks it back to Hawthorne. She penetrates in the paint. Spin around. Shot is no good. O'Grady the rebound. Gets it ahead to McCabe. McCabe on the left side. Keeps that dribble going. And now finds Feuerbach in between the circles. 107-83. Working around, lob pass inside to Addie O'Grady. Goes up inside the semicircle. Can't convert, but is fouled by Fornshell.
This is a great pass, and Addie O'Grady grabbed the ball, kept it high. She's a little disappointed she didn't make the basket, but she's at the free throw line.
Fornshell picks up her second. Free throw good by O'Grady. She has 3. Addie eyes the rim, fires, and gets the roll. 109-83. 3 minutes left to go. All Hawkeyes tonight. And the pace by both teams. Furious.
Yeah. I mean, Drake has 83 points.
And way down.
You can't even do the math that quick, can you?
Yeah, can you?
No.
Yeah, that's not a huge strength of mine.
I need a calculator to figure that out.
Just look at it for a few minutes. You can figure it out. Just a quick timeout by Coach Bruder to get Jada Gyamfi and Kenise Johnson into the game. .26, I believe. Quick math. 109-83.
Yeah. I'll take your word for it.
Okay. Hawks' big lead is 27, which was with 1:28 left to go in the third. So the Hawks will inbounds along the sideline. Here's McCabe, who's knocked down a couple of three-pointers, and she was kind of the one that got things going from three-point range.
Yeah, she had those 2 quick three-pointers maybe in less than a minute.
Has the ball, free throw line extended left, looking inside with 7 to shoot. Continues to look. Now Feuerbach is going to have to try to get something up. Little step back action, and the shot is short from the left wing. Just had to throw it up.
That was maybe going to go.
It was right on line.
Right on the money, just short.
Shot clock violation, Drake basketball. Hawthorne across the timeline. Gives it to Imes on the right wing. She looks inside. 109-83, under 2. Now here's Hawthorne. Tries to get a pass inside. It's almost picked off by Feuerbach, but gathered by Brown. Now back to Hawthorne for 3, and she swishes it from the left wing. She's got 5. Bob pass inside. Gyamfi, layup good.
Perfect pass there.
10 players have scored for the Hawkeyes. A foul. That'll go against Kenise Johnson, her first. Most points the Hawkeyes have ever scored in a game is 115. That was Evansville last year.
Oh, last year. I thought you were going to say it was like 1993.
I remember that game. Free throw good. Second one, perfect. Brown knocks them both down. She has 8.
Hannah Ilges checking in.
111.88. Hawkeyes in the front court. Jim Fee between the circles. Anna Johnson, the true freshman. McCabe, Feuerbach, free throw line extended right. Puts the ball on the floor. Now reverses her action. Drives all the way to the rim. Layup good.
Is fearless in that sense, that she is not afraid to sort of change her direction and get to the hoop.
Fake left, drove right, took it all the way in, has 7. Here's Drake. 113.88, 50 seconds left to go. Bulldogs just working it around the perimeter. There's Ava Hawthorne, lob pass inside. Brooklyn Daly into the game, has her shot blocked, and then a tie-up underneath.
Great defense there by Taylor McCabe. She almost, I think, did she get blocked the shot? Are they gonna, and then scrappy defense to tie it up.
Lob pass inside off the inbounds play. Hornshell scores, she has 5. Here's Johnson on the right wing. Attempted a lob pass inside to Gypfy. She did get it. Now back to Johnson. She fakes, drives baseline, kicks it to O'Grady. Elbow jumper, no. Rebound taken down by the Bulldogs. 20 seconds to go. Here's Hawthorne. Gives it off to Imes. Now Imes in between the circles. Jumper no good from 3. And O'Grady comes down with a rebound, but tied up by Brooklyn Daly. Daly out of Southeast Polk High School. And it will be Iowa basketball. The Hawks will just dribble out the final 7 seconds. Hawkeyes will win it. Move to 4-1. Hawkeyes 113. Drake 90. And for Lisa Bluter, that's victory 498.
Getting close.
Here at the University of Iowa. That's 6 in a row against the Bulldogs. Drake has not won in this building since 2001. Iowa Corn and Quickstar are partnering to give you a chance to win tickets to the Iowa Corn Cyhawk Series matchups. Simply visit any participating Quickstar in Iowa through November the 13th. Fill up with 8 gallons or more of unleaded 88 and use your Quick Rewards card, and you are automatically entered for a chance to win tickets. For more information and official rules, visit quicktrip.com/sweepstakes. Get pumped to win with Iowa Corn and Quickstar. Today's opening tip was brought to you by Farmers State Bank. Earn $250 when you open an eligible checking account at the Tiffin branch or online. Get rewarded for banking with FSB. Visit myfsbonline.com for complete details. Subject to approval, minimum $50 deposit requires e-statements and direct deposit. Member FDIC. Stay tuned for the postgame show after Iowa's 113-90 victory over the Drake Bulldogs. That's 2-0 against the in-state schools. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Did you know that UI uses the same amount of energy as all the rest of Iowa City? That's why we have our own power plant, and we're committed to making it clean. By 2025, we'll rely completely on climate-friendly, alternative fuels. Deep in the boiler rooms, engineers from the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative are optimizing the power plant so it can handle these new fuels more efficiently. Learn more about it at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. That's uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Bananas are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop and count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just need someone to listen, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
Ruggability. We straight made that word up. How else to describe the otherwise indescribable rugged, capable, incredible versatility and affordability of a Honda SUV? Car and Driver calls Honda the winningest brand in 10 best history. Your kids will call it totally lit. But we like ruggability. And you'll like the incredifantabulous deals, so see your Central Midwest Honda dealer today. Honda gets the Midwest.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this is the Iowa Soybean Association postgame show, delivering solutions for every life, every day. Hawkeye basketball is brought to you by U.S. Bank, proud to support Iowa basketball. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Wimmer's Meats, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. Also by United Healthcare, proud sponsors of Small Business Spotlight. Sign up your small business at HawkeyeSports.com/UHC. Once again, here's Rob Brooks.
All Hawkeyes tonight over the Drake Bulldogs, 113-90. Hawkeyes just got off to a great start offensively and never looked back. Iowa led after 137-24. Outscored Drake 27-17 in the second, really to open things up. Drake won the third quarter by a point, 25-24. And the Hawkeyes came back to win the fourth by a point, 25-24. Time for our post-game stats report, brought to you by Hy-Vee. Score big savings with the all-new, totally free Hy-Vee Perks membership.
All right, well, this is a fun stat line to read, but a lot of great numbers to rattle off here. Of course, Caitlin Clark led the way, 35 points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists, 7 steals, and some excellent shooting, 14 of 22 from the field, 5 of 11 from the three-point line. Felt like Caitlin Clark got her groove back. Next up was Kate Martin with a career-high 25 points, 4 rebounds. Sharon Goodman, 15 points, 3 rebounds. Molly Davis, 10 points. And Taylor McCabe, of course, with her 6 points in that second half that kind of was a turning point for the Hawks, really spurred them into pulling away from Drake at that time. 60 Hawkeye points in the paint, 29 points off of fast breaks, 39 points off the bench for the Hawks tonight. For Drake, they were led by Grace Berg with a solid stat line, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, followed by Anna Miller, 15 points with a double-double, 15 points, 10 rebounds. Katie Dinnebier with 15 points, Taylor McCauley, 10 points, 8 boards, and Anna Brown with 8 points. In terms of shooting, the Hawks shot 64%, Drake 51%, both solid percentages by both teams. And the Hawks did end up out-rebounding Drake 29-14.
Yeah, you look at the points in the paint really stand out. Iowa 60 and Drake 52. And as you mentioned, Tiffany, Drake did not back down. I mean, Iowa got a big lead, but Drake kept coming at you, and Iowa had to keep that pressure going. But you look at the defense. Iowa did some really good things. You mentioned the 7 steals by Caitlin Clark. 16 steals total for the Hawkeyes versus just 5 for Drake. But Drake's a very good offensive team, and they're going to score points, and certainly did, and shot it at 51.5%. But the key thing is, and what Coach Bluter talked about in the pregame show that was going to be a key, is not let Drake have easy looks at 3, more of the tough 2 variety. And Drake just 8 of 31 from 3 after shooting 40% from 3 the first 3 games.
Yeah. I think another stat that sticks out to me is Drake had 22 turnovers to Iowa's 13. So Iowa took care of the ball, and Drake just kind of struggled, taking care of it. Again, we had a lot of steals that's going to result in the turnovers.
More postgame coming up from Carver Hawkeye Arena after Iowa's 113-90 victory over the Drake Bulldogs. The Hawks now 4-1. And the Bulldogs 3-1. Jan Jensen will join me courtside after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit the newly renovated guest rooms at Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. Stay within walking distance of Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of Hawk Talk with Lisa Bluter and Fran McCaffrey this fall. Come together at Hyatt Regency Coralville, where everything you need is right here. Do you want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships.
Preparation. It's the key to success on game day. And like your favorite Hawkeyes on the field, you need to be ready right from the opening kickoff. Cenex has your pregame routine covered. We've got your salty snacks, your sweet treats, ice-cold beverages to wash them down, and fresh tanks of propane to fire up the grill. Fuel your fandom at your local Cenex station. Hawkeye Pride, powered locally.
Hey Hawkeyes, while your hard-working class are on the court, there's a team behind the scenes making sure that the power keeps going, the water keeps flowing, and the temps inside are just right. Introducing the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative. The collaborative is a public-private partnership between UI, NG, and Meridium. It delivers the funds UI needs to drive our academic and research excellence while optimizing campus utilities for a generation to come. Check it out at uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
This is the Iowa Soybean Association postgame show, delivering solutions for every life, every day.
Hawks over the Drake Bulldogs inside Carver Hawkeye Arena to move to 4-1 on the year, 113-90. Jan Jensen joins me on the postgame show, and Jan, that was quite a start. That was back and forth. Both teams hot. Pace was quick, scored 64 points in the first half, which is a school record. Previously, it was 63 against Ohio back in 1991. So the ball was going in the hoop, which was a good sight, I'm sure.
It was a great sight. I mean, the feeling we had, obviously, against Kansas State, but they're a lot longer than Drake was defensively. They're, just by virtue of their length, they're a lot better. But I think their defensive scheme overall, that's kind of what Kansas State really hangs their hat on. So credit them a lot for throwing us out of rhythm, but we were so out of sync offensively. Nothing was really going down. So to have a night like this where you just really felt like you're back, right? It's a long season. You got to have a lot more consistency. But I thought it was just a good sign right off the tip. Hannah tipped it right to Caitlin, and I don't know if there was just sometimes you do that. You're set up on the tip if you're not thinking right. And, boy, we got that within a couple seconds, and I think that was just a nice little foreshadowing of what was to come. So it was great to see it. And how about Kate Martin and her performance? 10 out of 12 from the floor, 3 of 4 from three-point range, a career-high 25. What I'm just the happiest about that game for Kate is, being such a great captain and, the senior, 6th, 7th year senior. A game like Kansas State really, really hurt because she knew she didn't play her best. Credit Kansas State. But, Caitlin felt the same way. We didn't get Gabby involved enough. Even tonight, we didn't. But other things were happening, so at least other people were shooting the ball. We still are a work in progress in wanting to get Gabby a few more shots. But for Kate, they were all so down. But for Kate to come back and just say, okay, I'm here. I'm going to be who I am. I thought that was, I was a little choked up because I was so happy for her because that next day in practice, you just saw the responsibility on her shoulders. She just felt like she'd let everybody down, and Caitlin had felt like she'd let people down. So for Kate to set the tone, I was so happy. I'm not surprised, but when it does happen for a kid that's as just good inside and out as Kate, boy, it just makes you feel really good as a coach and as an aunt. No doubt about that, because she is certainly capable. Had 20 points against UConn last year. That was her previous career high. Let me ask you this about Taylor McCabe coming in and knocking down those big three-pointers. Coach Bluter mentioned in the pregame show. To get Taylor in there to do some things. Did you feel like that kind of opened up the outside a little bit for the team? I feel like, sometimes you just wish you had a lot more minutes to give out to everybody, and you go to different people, different times, and Taylor's just she's just staying steady, and so we've been trying to find a way to get more minutes, to get more focused minutes, early minutes, and I thought she really answered well tonight because kids like her, are really rare. That ball is so quick when it comes off of her hands, boy. So I thought it was just good. It got the momentum. Anytime you hit those back-to-backers, you feel the whole arena get going, but you feel the team just get more psyched. So we feel very, very good about Taylor, and if we can just keep getting her more and more minutes, quality, and those kids have a tough job because they don't get the luxury to play the 38 minutes. So when they come in the game, they got to do their job. And they don't have to make every shot, but you want them to shoot a pretty high percentage. But tonight she goes 2 for 2 and really then stretches the defense. So we're thrilled for her. How about Sharon Goodman's development? Yeah, I think she's I really think she's coming. The thing I love about Sharon is she just has unbelievable effort. She's always going to give you everything, and I think she missed 2 she shouldn't have. I got a pretty high standard when it comes to shots that we sometimes we got to you're just going to miss a couple, but overall 7 for 11. I'm going to take that. I'd like to see her get a few more rebounds, but I do think she's coming, and the more and more comfortable. I think the key will be learning as we go. I think it's very important that Caitlin's, they understand where our sweet spots are. Because if we hit Sharon where it's a pretty sweet spot, she's really pretty hard to guard. So I think that'll be even more important in our development going forward is where's the sweet spot for this post, where's the sweet spot for Hannah, and where's the sweet spot for Addie. And I think when we figure that out, we're going to really be able to play everybody a lot of minutes and be kind of harder to guard, really, because they are coming and developing. But I'm always pleased with Sharon. And the depth really showed tonight. It really does. I think that's just different, right? We've usually had last 3 years, and before that with Megan for 3 years. And really the lineups were really pretty, always steady. But this, if we can keep everybody fresh, and that's what I've been really trying to work with them individually on getting them really confident at their sweet spots, and then trying to inform everybody else is like, look, you hit him here, and we're going to be pretty doggone effective. So I thought tonight we did that pretty well with Sharon. We missed a couple that I wish we wouldn't have, but I think that's what's going to be fun. The depth in the inside, but then, the depth of everyone. It's nice to see Sid and Molly be able to really, get some breathers. And, Sid and Molly started, but Gabby and Kate to get some of those minutes. And then when we come in, man, everybody's looking good. So I think if we can keep getting consistent, I think we were a little inconsistent against Kansas State, kind of that subbing pattern. I thought tonight it flowed a lot better, but maybe it's because the shots were going better too. I'll know more when I watch the film.
Well, the nice thing too is, and these games aren't easy, as you well know, Jan. You know both sides of this. On the Iowa side, the Drake side, these in-state games. Drake coming off that big victory against Iowa State, momentum there, and then you're trying for a bounce-back effort, so you had to feel good about the start of the game, the way things were going.
Yes, I really did. The Drake game is emotional always for Lisa, Jenny, and myself. The farther away you get, we've been here now 24 years, and, Jenny and I graduated from there, but that's just been, forever ago. But there's just a lot of love there, and our staffs are really close, this particular staff. A lot of respect and love. Like, we are for each other. Now we go back to helping each other now. Different scout, you can't give up your conference rules, but you feel the love, like they're going to be for us and we're for them, which I really like that about that in-state rivalry. And certainly a lot of connections, but it's still really hard. And those kids are battling, and you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen at a UNI. You never know what's going to happen at a Iowa State. So to get that feeling right away, I think that was huge after the, misstep against a really good K-State team. So we're really thankful for it. Obviously we gave up 90. We get it. We'll watch the film. I think their action, the small ball action, is difficult. There's a lot of back screens and curl cuts and fades, and you're asking some positions to read that typically don't have to. And we certainly had a lot of errors with that. We typically won't see this all the time. We certainly could have been better, but I'm going to really reserve a lot of the judgment to see where the errors came from. But it's when you're scoring a lot of points, though, and you're going fast, and they like to score a lot of points fast, you're going to have a little bit more. You're going to give up more points than you'd probably like to, and some of them were certainly on transition as well.
Well, off to Florida for a weekend tournament, and this will have a tournament flavor to it, playing 3 games on Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I know. It really will. It'll be I'm hoping we're playing every game, because every night game.
That's right.
Because if we win them, it's just kind of unique. Usually you're playing afternoon games, but with the setup of the tournament, it's large. So we'll hopefully be playing 3 games at 7:30. But I think the kids are excited. They're ready to get to Florida, and everybody asks me if you're a fan and you know who's in that tournament. We could play K-State again if we win. And they do their job, we could meet in the championship. It's either us, if we keep winning and they were to keep winning, it'll be if the
you couldn't play till Sunday,
we
right?
Couldn't play. They have to beat North Carolina.
Right.
So I've already had some fans say, "You want to get them again, or you want North Carolina?" And I said, "Well, whoever we play, that's who I want to get."
That's exactly right.
But I do think we'll fare better and play better if we get them again.
Jan, appreciate your time. Great win for the Hawks tonight.
Thanks so much, and thanks to our great crowd. My goodness, I'm so grateful that we're at a.
They were into it, weren't they?
And we just appreciate you so much, and everybody listening and watching at home. We know how blessed we are, and we're thankful for you in this Thanksgiving week. So God bless everybody, and go Hawks.
Jan Jensen, Associate Head Coach for the Iowa Hawkeyes, on the postgame show after Iowa defeats Drake 113-90. We'll head to the Iowa locker room when we come back. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Do you want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships.
Escape to Italy and Sicily in September 2024 with travel leaders, Destinations Unlimited. Enjoy this melting pot of multicultural customs and cuisine and beautiful landscapes. After taking in Rome, we'll head down to the dramatic Sorrento coast and then journey from Italy's heel to its toe of Sicily. To learn more about this or any vacation, contact travel leaders, Destinations Unlimited at duagency.com. That's duagency.com.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, the hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Melrose Meadows, voted Iowa City's best retirement community. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, a AAA 4-diamond luxury property located just a few minutes from the eastern Iowa airport in downtown Cedar Rapids. Whether you're visiting for business or pleasure, the hotel is happy to welcome you. To make reservations, visit thehotelatKirkwood.com.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just need someone to listen, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
Every Hawkeye game is fun, but some seasons are just special, like sold out before it even starts special. But you can still be there to see it. Play the Hawkeye Gold Scratch ticket, and you can win a VIP game day experience to see Iowa women's basketball. The Countdown to Carver promotion from the Iowa Lottery is your chance to witness greatness and some really, really deep threes. To enter your ticket and see details, visit ialottery.com/VIP.
Welcome to the Iowa Soybean Association postgame show, delivering opportunities and results for Iowa's 40,000 soybean farmers.
You talk about three-point shooting, and Hawkeyes got off to a little bit of a rocky start in that category, but in the third and fourth quarters, the Hawkeyes made 7 out of 11 from behind the arc and ended up shooting 58.8% in the third quarter, 69.2% in the fourth overall, and 64.3% for the game. And the Hawkeyes had 4 players in double figures and got outstanding production off the bench with 39 points off the Hawkeye bench. Let's head to the locker room and join Tiffany.
We are here with Coach Bluter in the locker room. Coach, obviously this was an important game coming off that not-so-great loss to Kansas State, and also because it's an in-state rival. But tonight felt like a real turning point, or maybe better, a reminder of what Iowa basketball is, with strong performances by so many Hawkeyes. How fun was it to coach this game, and what were some of your highlights? Because I'm sure there's quite a few.
Yeah, I just thought we got back to Iowa basketball. High assists, low turnovers. 27 assists. Caitlin has 10, to 13 turnovers, and we forced 22 turnovers. I was really pleased with our three-point defense. They came in making almost 12 threes a game, and we held them to 26% shooting from three-point range. They've been shooting over 40% from three-point range. So obviously we shot the ball well. Scored the most points ever in program history in a half, in 64. But Kate Martin, I thought she just played so strong, did such a great job for us out there. Molly Davis had such a spectacular night. Caitlin has a double-double. I thought Sydney Folter really went in and did some great things for us. I know she, ends up with 5 points, but she has the highest plus-minus of everybody, so that means her defense was really, really good.
So in your pregame interview, you talked about Taylor McGabe, getting her in and getting her shooting. She came in second half, 6 points, two three-pointers back-to-back, and maybe just under a minute. And it felt like that was the turning point that really started to pull you guys away from Drake. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, Drake likes to play a matchup zone, and we just felt like we had the shooters that could really take advantage of it, and Taylor is certainly one of them. I'm really glad she got in the game tonight, 11 minutes. I thought we spread our minutes out very well tonight, and we had to because we're playing 4 games in 8 days, and so this was important to give some people some rest, and I thought we did a good job of that tonight.
Thanks, Coach. Congratulations.
Thanks, Tiff.
Tiffany Reedy with Coach Bluter in the Hawkeye locker room. And Coach Bluter mentioned some of the stars tonight and certainly singled out for good reason Kate Martin, who had 25 points on 10 of 12 from the floor. Knocked down 3 out of 4 from three-point range, and that is a career high. Bested that by 5 points. Last year scored 20 against UConn, and she is our star of the game.
We are here with Kate Martin coming off a career high, an excellent shooting night, 25 points, 10 of 12 from the field, 3 of 4 from the three-point line. Kate, how did it feel tonight?
Felt really good. I've been struggling a little bit from behind the arc this year, and so to see some go through the hoop, it was very nice, and my teammates have just been really supportive of me, and they knew tonight was going to be the night. They were all saying, tonight's the night you're going to hit your first 3, so to be able to do that tonight, it was really fun, and it felt really good.
So my favorite Kate Martin move is, I call it Muscle Martin, where you get the ball and you just lay it up with all your might. You had a handful of those today. How do you feel when you get those big shots?
Yeah, that's something that me and Coach Reyna work on a lot, and just finishing with contact, being strong. And Coach Bluter loves finishing off of 2 feet, so I've kind of tried to emulate that in my game a little bit and worked on that a lot. And so I just kind of had the opportunity to drive a little bit tonight, and I was glad that they went in.
Awesome. Great job.
Thank you.
And congrats.
Thank you.
Career high 25 for Kate Martin, and tonight she really did it at all 3 levels. Talked about those moves down in the post, in traffic, and early in the game knocked down several 15-footers, and then, of course, mentioned the 3 out of 4 from three-point range, a career high 25 tonight from Kate Martin. Hawkeyes win it 113-90, push that record to 4-1. We'll play 3 games this weekend in the state of Florida. We'll be back to wrap things up. Also listen in on some of tonight's top plays with Iowa's victory over Drake 113-90. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just need someone to listen. 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
Ruggability. We straight made that word up. How else to describe the otherwise indescribable rugged, capable, incredible versatility and affordability of a Honda SUV? Car and Driver calls Honda the winningest brand in 10 best history. Your kids will call it totally lit. But we like ruggability. And you'll like the incredifantabulous deals, so see your Central Midwest Honda dealer today. Honda gets the Midwest.
Maybe your hometown celebrates long-standing Swiss traditions. Cow chip throwing. Or even classic car muscle. Everyone has a hometown, and every hometown has a festival. Cenex wants to hear about yours. That's why we're launching the Hometown Throwdown. Tell us about your fest, and it could win $100,000. Learn more at CenexHometownThrowdown.com. Cenex, powered locally.
Bananas are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
Thank you for joining us on the Iowa Soybean Association postgame show. Iowa, leading the nation in biodiesel production.
Big first two quarters for the Hawkeyes tonight, outscoring the Bulldogs 37-24 in the first, 27-17 in the second. Knocked down 7 out of 11 from 3 in the third and fourth quarters. And as Coach Bluter mentioned, high assists, fairly low turnovers, 27-13 in that category. Let's listen in on some of tonight's top action. After Berg loses the ball, Clark kicks it out. Molly Davis, 3, got it, left to the top of the key. 27 seconds left to go in the quarter. Here's Martin, right off the bench, fires a three-pointer, drills it just right at the top of the key. 8 seconds, Drake has it. Forsnell in the paint, tries a bounce pass, stolen by Martin. Ahead to Davis with 1 second, layup, count it! Here's Martin on the right wing, drives toward the elbow, goes up, contested, no good. Sharon Goodman, the rebound, put back is good, and she's fouled. Driving all the way to the paint, has it tapped away by Feuerbach into the hands of Clark into the front court. Caitlin at the free throw line, whips it left side. Taylor McCabe for 3, count it! We're 45 seconds away from halftime. Here's Clark, free throw line extended right, fakes a 3. Now a little step back. Shot from 15 feet. The elbow goes down. Now back to Gabby. She fakes, drives the paint, kicks it back out. Clark for 3. Got it. Swishes this one from the right side. Gets it to Feuerbach. Now in between the circles, Clark knocks down a 3 straight away.
Huge turning point for her.
And talk about turning points. There's Caitlin Clark with a 3 that answered the Courtney Becker bucket. Here's Clark for 3, drills it from the right wing from at least 30. And you could see that Caitlin Clark was starting to feel it, especially in the third and fourth quarters. And Tiffany, she was all smiles, got the crowd going, and that's kind of vintage Caitlin Clark when she's on a roll.
All the Hawkeye fans buy those tickets for. But again, I think she had a couple of, a silly pass here and a silly pass there. And when she is in her game, in her element, is when she can move beyond that. And that's what I like to see tonight, is getting her back, shooting long-range threes, but also moving on from mistakes, pumping the crowd up, pumping her teammates up, all of the things.
Ended up with 35 points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists, and 7 steals in 30 minutes and 29 seconds. Sharon Goodman off the bench had 15 points in 15 minutes and 18 seconds. We mentioned Kate Martin's career-high 25. Molly Davis now back-to-back games with 10 points. She was 4 for 6 from the floor. Kylie Feuerbach had 7. Taylor McCabe, we heard her 3-pointers, had 6 on 2 of 3 from deep. Jada Ginpie got into the game and scored. Addie O'Grady had 4, and Hannah Stolke had 4 points as well. All 5 starters in double figures for Drake tonight. Leading the way was Grace Berg with 11, or make that 19. Grace Berg with 19 only had 6 at intermission. 15 apiece for Katie Dinnebier and Anna Miller. Courtney Becker had 10. Taylor McCauley had 10. Hawks shoot 64.3%, 45 of 70, 13 of 24 from 3, 54.2, 10 of 11 from the free throw line, 90.9 for Drake, 35 of 68, 51.5, 8 out of 31 from 3. That was the key. This team had come in shooting over 40% on the year from 3, 25.8% tonight, 12 out of 13 from the free throw line, 92.3%. 39 bench points for the Hawkeyes, 60 points in the paint for Iowa, 52 for Drake. The Hawkeyes led for 35 minutes and 26 seconds. The Bulldogs for 2:14. Iowa had a big lead of 28 at the 6:17 mark of quarter number 4. Well, it's off to Florida, and Iowa will play Purdue-Fort Wayne on Friday night. That is a 6:30 tip Central Time, 7:30 in the Eastern Time Zone. And then we'll play the winner of Delaware-Florida Gulf Coast, and then we'll just have to wait and see on Sunday. So Iowa Hawkeye basketball on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Hopefully all of them will be 6:30 tips, because that means the Hawkeyes are winning all the way through the tournament. You'll be down there for all three.
I will.
And I'll be there hopefully on Saturday morning after a little trip to Lincoln for football. And then I'll join you, Tiffany, on Saturday and Sunday. We'll certainly hope for the best, but we'll be down there, and we'll be on the air with Hawkeye basketball for you all weekend long. The final score, once again, Iowa 113, the Drake Bulldogs 90. Thanks so much for listening in and joining us tonight for Sunday evening basketball inside Carver Hawkeye Arena. The Hawkeyes now 4-1, Drake 3-1. That is 6 in a row, the Hawkeyes over the Bulldogs. The final score, once again, 113-90. The Hawkeyes score 64 points in the first half, which is a school record. Topped that by 1, as they scored 63 points against Ohio back in 1991. We'll join you on Friday night as Iowa will take on Purdue-Fort Wayne from Estero, Florida. That is our next game broadcast. Good night from Carver Hawkeye Arena. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
This has been the Iowa Soybean Association postgame show. Biodiesel, moving Iowa forward. Hawkeye women's basketball has been brought to you by Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Authentic brand, unique Hawkeye apparel at authentic-brand.com. Hy-Vee, score big savings at HyVeeDeals.com. And by Iowa Lottery, be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit IALottery.com for details. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network. On the